Honourable members, I'm pleased to inform the House that present in the gallery today is the Honourable Naomi Mataʻafa, the Prime Minister of the Independent State of Samoa, and Her Excellency the High Commissioner for Samoa. On behalf of the House, I extend a very warm welcome to you both. And I call the Prime Minister on indulgence.
Thanks very much, Mr Speaker. And it is indeed a great honour to welcome Prime Minister Fiame of Samoa to Parliament today. Australia and Samoa are long-standing friends. There are 100,000 people of Samoan descent call Australia home, including some of our best rugby league players, I've got to say. And I congratulated the Prime Minister on making the World Cup final quite an extraordinary achievement for a nation of that size to do that at the end of last year. Today we signed a bilateral partnership agreement. This elevates our partnership of equals, and I look forward to further enhancing our bilateral and regional cooperation. I want to recognise today and appreciate the influential role that Prime Minister Fiame has played in ensuring the unity of the Pacific Islands Forum. Finally, I commend the Prime Minister's leadership on climate action. You are a most welcome visitor to Australia.
And on indulgence, I call the Honourable the Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I want to join with the Prime Minister in his fine words of welcome to Prime Minister Fiame. Thank you, Prime Minister, for being here with us. You're a trusted and dear friend. I had the great opportunity of meeting with the Prime Minister this morning to talk about areas of mutual interest, in particular labour mobility and the way in which we can provide support to Samoa and make sure that there's not the brain drain, that there is the ability for skills to come home, as well as remittances and support financially for the country to continue to develop. As the Prime Minister pointed out, there are many areas of endeavour. The work of the Prime Minister over a long period of time, first elected in 1985, I think was the year. I don't know that she wants me to mention that year, but it shows the depth of experience, a Deputy Prime Minister in the former government and Prime Minister in this government. It is a remarkable feat, and her leadership, particularly in the PIF, as the Prime Minister points out, is absolutely crucial, and she is stepping up as a true leader in the Pacific at exactly the right time, and we welcome her here today. As was pointed out before, at the time of the World Cup, as you were driving around in capital cities, there were flags, there were flags at the side of cars. Now, you beat England, not Australia, so I'm sorry to raise that last point, but it is a very passionate, family-focused population of 100,000 here in Australia, contribute wonderfully to our country, and we've talked about the celebration of culture in our schools and elsewhere across communities. So, Prime Minister, I welcome you most warmly to our country, and I thank you so much for being a good friend of our country.